Now, my next guest is allowed to be one of the biggest name droppers in the music business because, wait for this, he has worked with everybody from Stevie Wonder to Ray Charles, Paul Anka, Barbra Streisand, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, Quincy Jones, Lionel Richie, Shaka Khan, James Brown, Aretha Franklin, and a whole load more. It's Skyler. Jett, how are you, sir?
I'm staying blessed with no stress, and I'm staying away from the devil's mess.
Fabulous, fabulous. We'll talk about some of the big names you've worked with in a second, but you're here in Belfast for Belfast Alternative Fashion Week, aren't you?
It's wonderful. Just the word equality is amazing. And my friends here, Shelley Rogers and Karen Shelley, they came up with this concept of equal. And it's no matter where you come from, we're all equal. And then what they do is go and get these amazing designers to make clothes for people that have beautiful spirit.
Yeah.
So they're all coming down, but you know, it might be one guy with one, but everybody's got beautiful spirit, man. They put these clothes on them, and I fell in love with their concept, and I want to be involved.
And were you always into fashion? Because you're very well dressed today.
I fooled them again.
Let's talk music. Some of the big names you've worked with over the years. I mean, you've been on 2 of the biggest movie soundtrack albums of all time, haven't you?
I feel blessed, bro. Single parent child.
Yeah.
And to be, you know, in rooms with these people and their spirit and, you know, just that phenomenal type of talent, you know. And yes, it's wonderful. I've been on so many records, and it's successful records. Not all of them successful, but I've been blessed to be on a lot of successful records.
Bodyguard,
Yeah.
Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
That must have been a dream come true.
Well, nobody knew how big it was going to be,
Yeah.
right? And she's acting, I think, for the first time or something like that. But no, you know, I was on I'm Every Woman, and I arranged some parts on there and stuff like that. And the cool thing is when you know, you hear it on the radio, you're in your car, and you're like, whoa, whoa, yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. Yeah.
And then Titanic as well. Doesn't get any bigger than Titanic, but you were telling me a few minutes ago you didn't again know how big that was going to become.
We didn't. As a matter of fact, the producer goes, man, come on here, guys. And as we at the board, and they try to do this movie Titanic again. He said it just like that.
Yeah.
Like you know, it's gonna be another failure or something, right? And shoot, well, he produced a lot of the music for Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
I think 4 or 5 records where he's doing all the music and she's doing the lyrics. So I can't tell you how much money that was, right? But this turned out to be bigger than all of that.
Yeah.
The stuff we sang over Barbra Streisand, this turned out to be bigger. I mean, more money.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you know, I sing on records, but I don't listen to radio very much.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I don't want to get influenced by other people's.
Yeah.
But at the same time, my friends would call me up. Hey, man, I just heard you again. You was on this station. Ooh, look, turn it on. Now turn on the radio. Whoa, whoa. And you know, all of a sudden, man, you know, it's at the Grammys and it's at the Oscars and the American Music Awards, and they're using our backgrounds on that.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool.
You've worked with so many big names. If I asked you to choose one of your favorites, who would it be?
That's a hard one. But you know, a lot of times when I'm doing these records, the star, their vocals was already there.
Yes, yeah.
So a lot of them wasn't there,
Yeah.
right? So we just come in and you know, direct and cut how many parts around them, what they're doing. But, you know, Stevie was the most, I was like shell-shocked when because I didn't believe that was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
I just like, I met this guy at, Patty Austin is Quincy Jones' goddaughter, right?
Yeah.
So, and it's crazy, man. I was in a running suit, and she calls me and says, Skyler, you got to come to my party in San Francisco. And I'm in Oakland, right? And I'm not dressed. I said, I got a running suit on. Come on, Skyler, come on. so I get to the party. It's like probably 15 people in this room. And there's one guy on there, in there. His name is Ricky Minor. He's sitting right next to her. Ricky Minor is Whitney Houston's musical director.
Wow.
And Britney Spears and Usher and all that, right? So I don't know who the guy is. So she goes, that's Skyler right there. And he came over to me. He said, oh, man, I heard all the records you've been on. I'm like, who is this dude, right? How would you know anything like that? So he goes, Skyler, check it out. I got $5 grand. can you come down and sing some background? I'm doing this little cable show.
Yeah.
He said it like that.
Little cable show.
Yeah, little cable show. And I'm like, okay, so I got to learn about 27 songs in the background. Now, I'm the only male background singer. I got 3 girls with me, right? So now we get here. It's a huge studio. I mean, a big, huge band, right? And he sent me, it's the OJs and this Stevie Wonder, and I'm thinking somebody else is going to be singing these songs.
Yes, yeah.
When I get there.
Yeah.
So, you know, no, we get to the sound check, man, at the studio, at the theater, right? And so I had already sang with all these big gospel songs. You know, I'm like, this is crazy. So it got to Stevie Wonder's time, right?
Yeah.
I'm going, I know damn well I'm not singing with Stevie Wonder. Don't tell me you're showing up here, right? Y'all can come get me now. God, you come get me. This is it. So anyway, instead of here coming out the side like this, the stage, they came from the entrance of the place. And it's about 27 people walking down. There's nobody in the theater. And they're walking down, all these people. And I'm like, damn, Stevie's tall. I didn't know he was that tall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he comes up on the stage, man, and they got the piano out there, and he gets on the piano. And I'm just like palpitating. I'm like,
of course, yeah,
I'm about to sing Stevie. This is great. so next thing you know, the first thing he plays is Bach.
Right, okay.
He starts warming up on Bach.
Right.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he about to play some Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, exactly,
or at least the two.
Yeah.
I'm like, this dude is blind, right? So next thing you know, stage left, Eddie from the OJs.
Yeah.
He's walking in, he got a towel on, he's walking in back, and he's talking to the manager, right? And Stevie stops playing. Eddie?
Wow.
And he say, hey, Stevie, how's it? And he went back to playing Bach. So the kids are good, the grandkids, and he's still playing Bach. Man, I was done.
Brilliant.
I
Wow.
said, I'll never do anything compared to this guy. He blind and playing Bach, you know. But this show was for Lou Rawls. Remember Lou Rawls?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So, and it's crazy because Lou died 8 months later, right?
Right, yeah.
And we did this at the Kodak Theater on Hollywood Boulevard, and you know, the whole thing was for him because he had cancer.
Yes, yeah.
And the beautiful thing is like in the audience they had this big couch set up and had him and his wife surrounded by, you know,
oh, wow.
and the whole show was about Stevie and everybody else. They had to sing one of Lou Rawls' tunes
Yes, yeah.
back to him,
Yeah.
and then do one of their songs.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
And man, it was just like, you know what I mean? Oh man, God, it's so beautiful. And then I must say, Aretha, working with Aretha was. I sang on the background for Through the Storm. It's a song.
Oh, with Elton.
Do you know that song?
I know that song, yeah.
I sang background on that, man, back in the day, man.
Wow.
I'm like, I got two in one. Come on, man, this is all good. Yeah.
And I see on your list as well, as I look down here, Shanna Morrison, Van's daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shanna and I wrote a song for women's empowerment with another friend of mine, and it's just really wonderful, man, because I you know, as what I do now is totally different how I got here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I know Shanna well. Her dad had she was raised like in Marin County, which is a little right over the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. And she still has her dad's house there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we used to hang out, man, just a big party house, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent. What about your own music? Are you releasing some stuff at the minute? What have you got happening?
I'm glad you asked that. Yeah, I have, you know, because of my friends here, Shelley Rogers and Kieran, and they showed me what they was doing with Equal, and that word caught my attention. Even though in my mission statement for Music for Global Change, that's my music,
yeah.
my movement, right? They sparked something when they showed me all these people of different races and colors and kinds and stuff like that. I thought that was just the coolest thing in the world, right?
Yeah.
So they have this little apartment on their land, and I stayed there. And that night, it just stayed in my head, man. Next thing in the morning, I had wrote the song, right? I couldn't go to sleep, and so I called a friend of mine, and he's the biggest producer in Switzerland. I said, man, put some piano on here, and I'd like to get like a muted trumpet. But I said, what I want to do is actually make it world. So I went and added the tablas from India on there. And with this jazz bass line that I had, man, and it's really haunting, but it's really beautiful. And so we use my lyrics as the script, right? And I'm just showing how equal we are.
Excellent. Well, Skyler, it's been great talking to you.
Bless you,
We
brother.
could probably talk all day about the legends you've worked with.
And you.
Time has beaten
Come
us.
on, man.
But it's been great meeting you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.